Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at finishing each other's drawings, but mostly we're poor at making art. My name's Benj.
And my name is Isaac. And this week, dear viewers, we are going to do something we're quite fond of, but we've never actually done on this channel before. You see, sometimes when we submit art for auction, or when we're, feeling like super collaborative in our mood glands. I don't know. Where's your mood? In our hearts. I guess that's where you store your mood.
I mean, if you're getting into the science...
You store it in your heart, you excrete it from the glands. Let's just move on. The fact is, when we want to collaborate, sometimes we'll do a co-drawing. Kind of like, like when one parent is like, I've had enough of this, you take over. And the other one's like, I'll take over and I'll do even better. And then they don't. It's like, that's called co-parenting.
Right.
Co-drawing is much different. It's where one person draws the beginning of a drawing and then the other person finishes it.
So why'd you use it as an example if it's very different?
People are more familiar with the term co-parenting than co-drawing. So I was trying to appeal to their familial glands. Yeah, So that's how it works. We appeal to all the glands on this channel.
So we're going to start with you starting a drawing.
Yeah,
I finish.
And you're going to finish the drawing. And the
title. And then I start a drawing.
And then I'm going to finish it.
Yeah. So you guys still get 2 drawings, but in a way you get 4 drawings.
Yeah, it's like multiplication.
Yeah.
By halves. 4 halves.
Yeah. Because we were worried if we only did one drawing that we both drew on, then it would be a short episode.
Yeah, we don't do that.
No.
If we don't take up at least a real fraction of your week with this drawing,
so instead,
have we really done our thing?
Instead, this is going to be an extra long episode.
No, I mean, it probably won't be. Maybe it might. We'll see where this goes, where the artistic gland leads. So. I mean, we didn't think we were going to talk about glands so much.
Hearing people say like, "Let the juices flow," like that's like a normal thing. It's still weird and disturbing, but glands, that's like
it's where the juices are stored.
No, that's like where the juices are released.
They have to come from somewhere. Like, you haven't thought about it this much ever, but yeah, where there are juices, there are glands. Let's just not talk about glands again, unless it's funny. Like if it, in the moment, it's like, oh man, this would be a great time for bringing a callback to the glands jokes from earlier. Then we can do it.
Okay.
But let's agree to not.
We'll make a pact.
Let's not force it.
We'll make a pact right now.
An artist pact. We cross our pens and hope to die. Stick a pen in our eye. That's the artist pact.
Why is the sticking a pen in our eye after the die?
Well, that's how it is.
I know it rhymes, but like
hearts and hope to die. Stick a needle in my eye.
Yeah, but like dying is way worse than
you fall on your pen. It's an honorable way to die.
Yeah, I'm just saying dying.
You fall on your sword. You fall on your
stabbing your pen or your eye.
Pen would be a rough way to go. I don't want to die by the pen. I'd much rather die by the eye. See, that's where people are like, the pen is mightier than the sword, and they're true. But it's still cooler to die by the sword than the pen. You die by a pen, you go in like, world record book under lamest death of the year.
Yeah. But what if someone uses a pen to write an edict that kills you by the sword?
I mean, that's cool. Yeah, because it's got pens proving that they're mightier than the sword. And then a sword doing what swords do best.
Right. Which is killing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks for just putting it out there. Yeah, there's
not many other uses for a sword.
No, it's true.
It's not like a hammer.
Yeah, where you can build and destroy.
Or an axe. I guess axe would have been a better example.
Yeah, but swords, like, think about it. They're like, they have one job. They hang on the wall and look cool. That's at least how my swords work, right? You make the casual joke every once in a while about, well, in the zombie apocalypse, it's going to be real useful. But
you're dull. Not well made.
Yeah, I have a lot of dull swords, but I have cool, sharp ones too. Yeah, but you always make that like, I'm so much more prepared. Everyone should buy a sword.
Yeah,
and I truly do believe that's true. Not necessarily for zombies.
Yeah, it's for when the technological.
Yeah, it's for the robots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when the robots take over and
the
we have
guns stop working.
We have to EMP them, and somehow that
they make like force fields where anything going a certain speed stops working.
Yeah, that's
that's
like in Star Wars.
No, it's like in Dune.
I think you're wrong, but that's okay. Or maybe it was Star Trek. The point is, today we're going to do a drawing, and the title of today's drawing is Finish the Drawing. Mm-hmm. Why? Because, well, I think you can make the connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which also means that we have to finish the drawing.
Finish the drawing. You're saying I should start.
Yeah.
I will finish. Oh no,
we can't finish unless we start.
I will. Oh, what a
unless we just end the video now.
We can just end right here.
Yep.
As always, we're surprised you made it. But we didn't actually. We're not actually going to do that because that would be, lame. That would be lame. You came for art. You came for art.
You didn't come for 6 minutes of like
gland banter. And if you did, then boy, the algorithm knows you. Like YouTube,
they brought you to the right place.
You're like searching glands, and it's like I say it like 55 times in this video.
It must be about that.
It's like 4 callbacks that haven't even happened yet. But yeah, it's gonna be gland-tacular.
I feel like that was forced.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Don't stab me in the eye with a pen. But I deserve it. I do.
I'll just stab you in the gland with the pen.
That's fair. Anyway, time to draw. So I have to start the drawing. Finish the drawing. Now, as everybody knows, finish. The only good pun for Finnish is like the country of Finland.
Right. Yeah.
Finland is known for like its natural resources and its long winters, but it's also known for one thing above everything else. If my research is to be believed, no, it's not the Northern Lights. No, it's not the excessive fishing of cod. Nope. It is in fact saunas. Now, you know what saunas are. They're that thing that like fancy gyms have and even fancier people have in their homes. Right. Like you go into the sauna and you sit and you try not to feel awkward being unclothed for the most part near a bunch of strangers, and there's always that person who's like enjoying the sauna a little too much, and they're just like they don't feel the need for a towel, and then you have to it's what I'm trying to say is saunas are not the thing you want to be known for as a country, but as I looked at Finland, it's like the number one thing that the Finnish people are into. They're like, and Finland is like known for their saunas, and the Finnish people have an affinity for saunas, and saunas are like, so. Yeah. I'm sorry, Finland, but you've done this to yourselves.
That and the Nokia phone.
Yeah, they are where the Nokia phone was originally created,
because they needed it to survive the saunas.
Yeah, because
so they made
a regular phone into a sauna.
Yeah, so they needed an invincible sauna-proof phone.
It's still the only phone that'll work in a sauna. All right, I'm gonna try to do something.
Right. Yeah. That's
just know that. Just know.
I like how like 3 minutes ago we said we're gonna start drawing.
Did we? It's a big promise. Started.
Is that like a pyramid?
No.
A dune?
We're going 3D.
Oh, it was perspective lines.
Unfortunately, yes. That's what I'm going for.
A tennis court?
No, this is a sauna because we're in Finland.
Oh,
because this is Finish the Drawing.
I know you talked about that, but then you drew a tennis court. So
Finish the drawing bench. Finish. And what are the Finnish people world renowned for, apparently? Oh, the pen. The pen. Hate. Oh, my gosh.
You pushed the wrong button.
Yep.
You pushed the wrong button again.
Okay. The Finnish people. If any of you are Finnish, can you please explain? I know it's like really cold in Finland. You have like long winters. You're up there by the North Pole. Sort of. Like I can sort of understand that, but why are you so into saunas? Like,
well, aren't they also the ones that like they go into sauna and then they jump in like frozen water?
I think it's like anybody near ice does that. Oh gosh, can you tell that's a bench?
Well, I mean, you just said it, so
it's a Finland bench.
Oh,
That's the official name.
Not just any bench.
Mm-hmm. You're going to have real trouble adding to this drawing unintentionally, since I'm drawing the background first.
Oh,
And we're pen artists, and by that I mean real artists.
right. I mean, you don't have to draw the background.
Just know that this drawing's hurting me more than it's going to hurt you. It's just
I don't believe.
okay.
You.
So
What
this is a
what
bench.
that?
This is a bench.
Like,
and
are these pews? Like, do they have like like stadium seating in there?
Finland takes their saunas very seriously. It's just
Like, what are these people watching while they're sitting in the
they
sauna?
have like it's not like that. It's like this is a bench.
Mm-hmm.
Your toweled rear end goes here
Right.
or here, I guess. And
Yeah.
this is like it goes
Another
your back.
bench.
No, it's like your back goes. I guess you could stack and somebody could sit up here,
Mm-hmm.
but then you got that awkward situation where your towel is like at someone's face level.
Your legs hanging over their shoulders.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know how they do things in
Well,
Finland, but
I mean, you're the one that drew a stadium seating at the sauna, so
it's not stadium seating. It's just normal Finnish style. And they have like one of those like like urns,
like a bucket
a
of coals.
sacrificial altar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like full of rocks, Finnish rocks.
Oh, not just any rocks.
This looks oddly like
These are
caviar.
rocks straight from the Finnish land.
Finnish rocks. Looks like a bowl full of dog food, doesn't it?
Yep.
It's not.
Okay.
Finnish
rocks.
Uh-huh.
It's labeled.
Yeah.
So
and
we
they have
know.
like that. It's like
Just-
it's like a bucket of water.
They went to Finland. I mean, they're in Finland. They went and picked up some rocks from Finland.
You ever been in a sauna?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. We haven't been together
That's
to my
That's
knowledge,
true.
though.
we've never had the same gym.
No. We should get the same gym. We could do gym art.
Like we go to the gym, sit in the sauna, and draw art.
No, we don't draw art in the sauna. It'd get wet. It's steamy.
Well,
you
we
don't want
do
to
it
draw
on a Nokia phone.
You don't want to draw steamy art. Well, yeah, we'll do it on a. We'll just surround it by but we'll like draw art for because hotels are the place in this world most desperately needing our art because hotel art is literally the worst, which is why we need a hotel.
Right.
In case you're a hotel owner, and this is the first video of ours you've seen.
We can put the art in all the rooms.
In all the rooms of the hotel, but the other place
That way, people want to try out all the rooms to see all the different art.
yeah, they'll check into your hotel like multiple times just to see the art. But I digress because everyone knows this. But if you're a hotel owner, please email us at 2poorartists. That's the number 2 poorartists@gmail.com. Anyway, I digress. The second place that really needs us, hotels have saunas, so this will work out, right? But and they have gyms. Gyms need art. They have mirrors.
Right.
They have mirrors, and mirrors make you feel bad.
Right.
Because mirrors are like the reason you're at the gym is because you've looked in a mirror lately.
And then they always have that problem.
And you're disappointed.
Like they always put on the mirror the thing that says like no photography.
Yeah.
Like no selfies, no whatever. But you're then like inviting all these people to take pictures of themselves in these giant mirrors.
Yeah, exactly.
Replace those with our art.
Our art, just walls of art. Walls like
Yeah, we can do a giant.
we could do a giant one, or we could just fill it with like 700 smaller framed pieces. We'll do it.
Yeah.
You want us to come to your gym and draw art? We will. Black and white makes everybody feel good.
Right.
You don't want too many colors when you're at the gym.
No.
Overloads the senses.
Yeah, you're already overloaded from, all that pre-workout that you chugged.
It's true, right? It'll overload the sensory glands, and then you just can't do good workouts. So, our point is, Finnish art. Finland has saunas, and saunas need art.
Yes.
I guess, right? Is that
So,
the point I was trying to make?
Can we put the art and if we get a bunch of black and white Nokias, we could make art out of
Using
that.
them?
Yeah, like
No, but
pixel art.
It's not ink. You can only use black ink.
We can get just a bunch of white Nokias, color some of them black with ink.
I'm fine with this. If that's how we have to do it in
Put
Finland.
it on the wall.
Apparently that's what Finland's into.
Well, because if we put art on the walls, the art will get wet.
Good point.
You need Nokia phones to survive the sauna.
Anyway, there's my steaming rocks of... I feel like this needs more. This is so boring. Like, I could give it like a checker pattern. Like, so it's... They have like those wooden slats,
What? Like, why did you not finish the... Okay, first of all, you're making it literally impossible for me to add to this. But two, on the right side, why is there only a bench on the left side?
I don't know. Got two different kinds of seating areas.
Like, there's only studio seating on one side?
All right, so this is going to be my... Here, that's clearly a sauna.
Okay.
Not just because I've said it. There's not just like a steaming pile of dog food and a cup of water. This is arguably like what prison looks like too. They like give you your food and water and you're in there with a bunch of, questionable men wrapped in towels.
Right.
It's prison basically, right?
Yeah. So first off,
I'd like to apologize for this setup. Mostly I'd like to apologize because if you could set up my drawing better. I realize there's not much hope for this sauna, but this is Finland. This is what they're into. They're into the Arctic weather, the northern lights, and then they just drown it all out by sweating together in saunas. Like it's honestly a really nasty culture. Yeah. Apparently, I don't know. Finland, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about you other than what I read today. I've seen a couple of things online. You got Lapland. Like, you hear about Lapland. Like, that comes up in conversation every couple of years. Like, someone will say Lapland, and you're like, is that a real place? It's like, yeah, Christmas land up in Finland. I'm sorry you only have, like, ice and saunas.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
What is that? Is that a man?
No.
Woman? Tiki
I
statue.
guess that is the other choice.
Tiki statue. Is that puppets? A puppet sauna. Now that's something that would appeal to the weird and rich. Bring your puppets to the sauna with you.
That would. Like that's not what this is.
Okay, that's good because that's a weird idea. But it's.
But I like that idea.
No, that's a terrible idea. It'd be the creepiest sauna ever. If I ever walk into a sauna and somebody is there with their puppet, I am turning right around and calling the police. Like, there is no other. Oh, it's that art.
Yeah, it's that famous art.
That famous art. The one of the man in his goggles with his tiki idol and Satan's pitchfork.
And then this, like, how do you draw like that?
I don't
obviously,
know. Oh, sorry, you had more to that question.
Like, this is a towel.
It's like hung on the wall. Is it a striped towel?
Well, of course, it's a striped towel. How did you know?
Ah, yes.
I'm gonna like extra stripe it. So
stripe it.
So you like know, like, oh yeah, that's not just happens to line up.
This is an advanced art technique, everybody. This is called the striped. If you want to make something sound cool and older than it actually is, just pronounce the ed in words as ed. Mm-hmm. Like in church, they're like blessed be. It's like no, blessed.
It's like it literally means the same.
Why are you
thing.
saying that? Why are you confusing people with this holier than thou ed? But if you want to make it sound fancy, that's how you do. So this is the striped technique.
Yeah, but he has feet.
What do you mean he? This is a towel, isn't it?
The drawing.
Oh gosh. This is now horrifying. Oh, towel feet. What? It's like, it's an anthropomorphic towel.
No, drawing.
This is like the art in the sauna.
Yeah.
No sauna is going to hire us now.
But like, I And then there's another drawing over here.
See, you're just adding art to a sauna, and it's just like kind of on the nose that it's like a towel.
This is like one of those classic drawings.
Oh yeah, these
like,
are
mountains.
I would be willing to bet most people in the world find that drawing. Why did I say drawing? Like no. Why do they say? What am I? Words. I would be willing to bet that most people would find that drawing like brings them happier emotions than most drawings, right? Because it's like, oh, it's like a little kid drew it, you know? And they're like, it's endearing and it's cute. And then you see like modern art and you're like, that's... Yeah. I find more joy from this drawing.
Then you find out that we drew it.
Yeah, I mean, that has different effects on different people. It shouldn't make you like it more, but apparently... Is this a towel too?
Yeah, of course. And then it's...
Why does the towel have like a six-pack? Do you sit on these?
No, like these are the people.
This is like a world.
It's like a world where drawings are people.
Oh, okay. I thought this was like you walk into a sauna and the sauna art is like towel people with art on them.
Oh, okay. That could be something.
Yeah, but if they're like alive, you're not going to go in there and sit with them, right? This one doesn't even have a face. The other one you could argue has two faces. How does this one see?
Does it see? Oh. Does this world of drawing people need to be able to see?
Living things without faces creep me out. Like jellyfish, no face, creeps me out.
Right.
You know, that towel man creeps me out. Like, does it just like get up and wander aimlessly, just like bumping into things and in the night? Like you'd wake up in the middle of the night, it's just standing over you, but it doesn't know because it can't see. This is what you've done to this drawing. Finish the drawing. Finish drawing.
I don't like that this doesn't have...
Well, see, that's why you're here, to finish the drawing.
Like, this needs to also have...
What goes in that awkward corner space, though, between the two?
This is where the tiles come in.
Oh, on the wall. Saunas don't have, not traditional ones. They have, like, wood. Everything is, like, wood.
Okay, then
like
these
2x4s.
Then these will be 2x4.
I mean, you can draw tile ones if you want, but I think the people of Finland deserve better.
Okay.
They're the ones who invented it, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they didn't invent it. Maybe they just
realized that the pen was very thin line. Because I wanted to lower the line for the next part, but it was already at like the lowest setting.
So I see that you've drawn... So this drawing is literally now Finnish drawing.
Yeah. So it's like these...
Because it's clearly Finland because of the sauna, because apparently that's all Finland's got.
So like these drawings are the Finnish people.
I've never been in a traditional Finnish sauna. You think this is what it looks like?
Like you walk in and there's
anthropomorphic towel people?
Well,
towel drawings?
They are wearing towels.
Oh.
Like the towels are not part of the people.
I don't know what Finland is like. In case that's not clear. But I hope it's like this. I hope, you know, as you're trapped into... Because I imagine they go in saunas, right? Because like, they're trapped inside because it's like too cold outside. So they just go inside and imagine they're in like Fiji or somewhere.
I could imagine that these people created the Nokia phone.
Well, yeah, they needed it to be used in sauna. This drawing points out one true fact about us as poor artists, and that is that we are incapable of drawing straight lines. This drawing is maybe the worst drawing I've seen us do in a long time.
This is like, you know how like wood will have like knots and stuff and shapes.
And it's mostly my fault. Like I gave you a bad starting point. Oh, so it's like that kind of wood.
Yeah, like, you know, it has texture.
It has grain.
Yeah. But I don't want to do more than one grain line per thing because
are the Vikings from Finland? You don't really hear about Finnish Vikings too often, but I guess
really know.
Where are they from then? Like Denmark?
I think
Norway?
I know technically Viking is a
Yeah, it's
job.
not like so.
It's not a people. So
You think Vikings are the ones who created saunas? You know, they like pillaged and then they burnt it and then they threw water on it.
Like realized how much they liked the the
burning warm.
They're like, oh, this is so much better than home.
Yeah, home is cold. Here we can burn down the city and feel the humidity as they pour water on it, trying to put it out. That's probably how it started, right? Mm-hmm. Why else would you have a pile of rubble in the middle that people are just constantly pouring water on? I'm sure that really resonates with any Vikings.
Right.
If you or your family ever used to be Vikings, tell us, does this concept of saunas, draw you in on like a deep ancestral level?
So this is, I guess this needs to also have.
Yeah, that's the corner I was talking about. That's kind of confusing.
Yeah, like this drawing.
You know what I will say? You know how you see wood things?
You gave me a 3D perspective drawing, but also drew the background.
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
Like, what was I supposed to do?
No, you masterfully took this on. I'm impressed.
I also got that whole concept of the sauna where it's like this whole side is open. It's like this guy was sitting down here. Mm-hmm. And then this whole side is open. This guy walked in and sat right next to him.
No,
so he's like, well, I don't want to like get up and go all the way over there. So he just like scooted up.
Up
he's
a room.
Like,
yeah.
That was at least like
proper sauna etiquette is kind of like proper urinal etiquette. Mm-hmm. You go as far away from the other people as physically possible.
It also means that if an old man walks in, he will come right next to you.
It's true. You can be in a men's restroom with like 50 urinals. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just like the dream. I've never actually seen one. But this is, if you were there and you were standing at one and there's like 49 to your left, the old man would come right next to you.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't even know how they don't think about it. Mm-hmm. Like, there must be something that switches in the mind of an older gentleman that just, they lose all social decorum, you know? Like, because they don't even seem to notice you, but all you can think about is like, oh man, why are our elbows touching? You know? Why are our elbows touching? Like,
and it's the same thing in the sauna.
Yeah,
you go in the sauna completely. You like get in there and you're like, oh yes, it's an empty sauna.
The best
and then
kind.
someone comes in and it's like, okay, well at least they'll sit on the opposite corner, right next to you.
But no, they don't.
Yeah,
they sit like elbows touching. You know? Like. It's just, and it's something worse in the sauna because, like, you know, that towel is only held on by a fold and a crease and like a tuck, you know, and there's just
the worst. And then you're like, well, what do I do?
Yeah, like I'll just go up a level. Yeah, but then you gotta kind of, I guess in this case, you gotta cross your legs. And I don't know. You gotta hope the old man just stays in his corner, just his little spot.
Now, the word Finnish and the word Finnish are not spelled the same.
No, this is just one N. Finish the drawing.
Okay.
Yeah, this is pretty good, honestly, because, right, we've got, Finland represented properly and entirely. We have drawings represented. Finish the... Why is it... Now it just looks like somebody graffitied the sauna.
Well, you have to put the title somewhere.
You have to put it, like, in line with the canvas, normally. Sign your name.
Well, I do. I don't ever pay attention to that when I'm doing.
Yeah, this drawing. I am sorry you had to all see this drawing, and it's all my fault. I will say this though. There's a time in history when woodworking was like, let's get it as accurate and as straight as possible, right? Mm-hmm. They had like planers and levelers, and they're like, let's get the wood to be perfect rectangles and squares when we build tables and chairs, and then eventually they're like, you
should put your name as well.
Like the thing that's happened, I think, in modern times lately is that they've gone back to like, let's make the wood look really rustic. Mm-hmm. Let's like make it look like we just found this bench sitting in the forest and we sanded it somehow.
Right.
It goes back to that. So I think that's what this is. It's like traditional wood, driftwood, the kind of wood they have in Finland.
Like modern things now often look worse than the old things.
Yeah.
That they do it. They call it like traditional or whatever. Handmade traditional style. But then it's like, Well, the people that were making it originally tried to make it as good as they could.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah, they're like going back to the days of the Vikings, which is, bringing it full circle back to what Finland is known for. Saunas and Vikings and Nokia phones, which we didn't include in this drawing. Quite unfortunate. But, I'm pretty happy with this for poor art. It's got lines. It's black and white. And now you get to start a drawing. Isn't that a thing? And I get to finish the drawing. The question is, are you going to go with the same puns? Are you going to go with, Finland and a drawing? Are there even puns for drawing?
You were asking me questions, but I was saving.
Yeah, this is just, it's just like my...
Well, I know, but like normally when you're doing your banter, you're not asking me questions.
Yeah. It's more just like, rhetorical questions for the room.
Oh, okay.
That's really all I was going for. Rhetorical questions for the room.
I'm doing different puns, of course, because that's the rule. I mean...
So you're not going to draw Finland.
We used to not have that rule. We used to draw separately.
Yeah, we wouldn't show each other. We used to have our own separate notebooks, and if you ever invite us over to your house, we'll bring our notebooks and show you our old drawings. Mm-hmm. And you'll see just how often, when we were both given the same title, we would draw something really similar.
Yeah.
Because, we're just besties.
And even if we didn't do it the exact same, it'd be like the same pun.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of these drawings, there's only one good pun. And then it's like the other person just has to draw the lesser.
I will comment on this, though. We were invited to a painting event yesterday. Mm-hmm. And we went. And you might be thinking, blasphemy. Where's the tomatoes? Let's throw them at the two poor artists. Mm-hmm. Such hypocrites. Yeah. Always hating on paintings and then going to a painting event.
Well, we understand.
Hold your rotten fruits. We didn't use paint. Mm-hmm. We used pens. We're trying to be a good influence, on the art community as a whole. And so when somebody's like, "You want to come to our painting event?" We're like, "Of course we'll come to your painting event." And then we kind of just look judgingly at all the paint. Mm-hmm. Not the people who use it. They've been deceived, all of them.
Yeah, it's not their fault.
They've
directly.
I blame it on the TV companies who were like, introducing, color TV, and everyone's like, what? Is it really necessary?
Yeah, is it better?
I don't think it is. And here's my evidence for why color TV is not as good. Every time there's like a really big artistic movie that comes out, there's always like 2 months later, they're like, and now we're introducing it, we're re-releasing it in black and white. And you're like, see, someone in the art world realized it was better. Justice League, the Snyder Cut, but also in black and white. Mm-hmm. Godzilla -1, which won like Academy Awards and stuff. And then they did a black and white version.
Right.
Because it's just
because it's proper.
It's art.
Good and proper.
Yeah. Somebody call up Christopher Nolan and make sure his next movie is in black and white.
Yeah. But you don't have to, because it will be.
It will be.
I mean, maybe not the only version.
As long as we keep having a good influence on the world. Speaking of good influences on the world, what in the heck is that thing? It's like a mushroom mixed with a sword mixed with a...
Yeah.
Like, if anybody at home is looking at that and is like, I know exactly what that is, then...
That's like this
I don't know how that's
part,
possible.
But over there.
That's the what?
Yeah. That's like this part, but it's over there.
What is this?
Because the wing still exists, even though it's off screen.
Oh, it's a bird.
No, but it is a wing. You know how, like, when you have, like, a jet, airplane, spaceship, whatever, it's always, like, the X-wing, the bat wing. Oh. It's like wing.
You know what's embarrassing for me? Can you see this, Ben? In the studio, there is a Batman symbol, not 6 inches from the screen I'm looking at. Mm-hmm. And I didn't see that this is just the same shape as the Batman. So this is Batman's plane.
It's very much
the Batwing.
The Batwing.
The Batwing.
But this it might look like the Batwing, but if it is, it was stolen. Because Batman's not...
Well, I mean, I guess the front of it isn't really like bat head shaped.
So, see, I'm going
for...
a
curvier design to it.
I'm going for a different pun here. So you went for the Finnish as the pun, and I'm going for the drawing. But then you're like, okay,
Drawing.
well, what's the drawing? Well, everyone knows that a DRA is a female doctor in some languages that aren't ours.
Oh, yes. Everyone knows.
Like Portuguese and Spanish.
All of our Portugal fans are just like nodding their heads in agreement.
Of course. Everyone knows that instead of DR for doctor,
they do DRA.
It's DRA. I mean, do they do it, or is it just like in their language books taught that they do it?
That's a good point.
I don't know.
English books are often very contrary to the actual use of the language. And by English books, I think it's funny that we're saying that. Do they call them Spanish books in Spain?
I don't know.
Do they call them Italian books in Italy?
Because we don't actually in America call them English books.
We have a whole subject at school called English.
Right.
And that's like learning the English language. I guess when you're learning like Spanish in school and French, they don't call it English French and English Spanish. They just call it Spanish and
Right.
I've never once thought about this concept.
Yeah.
What do you call... Okay, so for our Spanish and Portuguese friends, when you're in school and they want to teach you, like the grammar rules, what do they call the subject in school?
Yeah. Is it just like the Spanish word for grammar?
Yeah.
Or do they call it Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
Or do they call it language? Like just...
Or do they call it English?
Yeah.
Like, because America.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
We're learning English, but you're actually learning Spanish.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, why wouldn't you?
I really don't know. I've never once thought about it. But this is... So, let's just be clear. This is the draw...
Yeah.
Draw
So
wing.
what's the symbol
For a female doctor who flies around in
her jet. I'm gonna put a symbol.
I mean, if it's anything like Batman,
Right.
it's just another bat.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a symbol right here.
Ooh.
But like, it wouldn't be a bat.
It's a circle.
Like, that doesn't make any sense.
No. What is the symbol? What is the international symbol for doctor?
It wouldn't just be like a...
Is it just like a like a medical cross, like a plus sign, red?
That's boring.
I agree, but I don't know. I don't know a lot about female doctors from Portugal and Spain.
And how would that show that it's a female doctor?
Yeah, I guess. Well, there's some ways you could do it.
I wasn't really asking you.
Yeah,
because for obvious reasons.
So So you're doing the drawing part of both, and I have to add the finish part of both.
Right. So here's what I think it's gonna be. We're gonna.
Are you gonna tell us or show us?
I'm gonna show you.
You're gonna tell us too.
It's gonna be. Where I'll put it. I'll start up here.
First of all, what kind of rich and famous clientele does she have that she's like, someone calls her up and they're like, we need a female doctor, and she's like, I'll get to the drawing.
Get to the draw.
Is it like a glass of wine? Oh no, it's not. It's
like that's
MP3 player.
It's like a stethoscope.
Oh, but a cross.
But the female symbol, isn't it?
No. Oh,
Like-
you've basically drawn. That's no, Benj. You've basically drawn like ovaries, but
Well,
look at it. Look at it.
that was unintentional.
You've made this drawing offensive to a degree. Like, I don't know.
No, it's like a stethoscope. Those are the earpieces that you put in your ear.
Is that why the female symbol? Because
Well, the female symbol doesn't have the stethoscope ear
it
parts. It's just a circle with the cross.
what is that?
Yeah. So, but that's like the end of the stethoscope.
You've just made it like double female.
Like, that's the part you put on like their chest.
Yeah.
And these are the ear parts.
Uh-huh.
It's not what you
This
said.
is what she wears like on her costume when she's, I guess,
Well, no, she just has like a stethoscope.
fighting bad health, and
She has like a stethoscope
it's shaped like that.
that's shaped like this, which it really just adds that one line.
No,
It just has like one line
I
added.
can't approve of this symbol
to a
necessarily,
stethoscope.
but
See, I would like
curvy, I guess.
draw the background of like where this is.
Yeah, I am.
But I'm kind.
Gee, thanks.
I'm gonna let you
I don't know
choose
what the heck I'm gonna add to this. That's the
what this
drawing.
is.
Finish
Yeah.
the drawing.
And I was thinking like I could. Well, what do you want me to like draw her in here, or do you want the freedom to have her be outside, or like because like this could be on the ground still, and she could be doing something, or I could draw her in here. Would you like that freedom, or do you want me to?
I don't know what I want. I'm
I'll
so
just-
lost.
I'll
You're
just
gonna
give it
hand
to
this
you.
over right
I'll
here.
just hand it over here
I'm so
and
lost
let
as
you-
to where to go with this
and let
because
you go wherever you
I
want.
can't even think. All I'm thinking is I'm gonna put it in a sauna. Like that's all I've got. That's all I know about Finland,
Yeah,
Bench.
finish drawing.
Finish.
Yeah.
Finish. So you did a pun on drawing. I
Yeah.
didn't really do a pun on finish before. I just did.
You-
Well, I guess I did.
Well, because
The
we're
other
not.
word for finish.
Yeah, because we're not
Yeah.
drawing finish.
No.
The people.
That's true. That's
So
true.
that was the pun.
So maybe I just draw literal finish this
Yeah,
time. You
you
drew
could.
literal drawings. I mean, you drew literal drawings that were
Like
in
you could-
towels
you
with
could-
arms, but you know.
Yeah.
So what is
Like
what
you
is
could
the
have her
finishing?
winning a race. You
Oh,
could have
yeah.
her killing off bacteria. You know, like finish.
Like finish him,
yeah.
like Mortal Kombat
Mortal Kombat style.
style. Yeah,
This could be
finish.
the female doctor's finishing move is bringing in the drawing. And she has to be like
This
Portuguese
is
or
harder.
something.
Yeah, this is harder than I thought.
Does the Finnish language call female doctors?
I'm not even sure what you said is true. You're probably just like making this up and
Well,
offending a whole nation.
that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Finish. Finish. Finish the bat. No, the drawing. Like, I don't know anything about what I'm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if the Finnish nation calls their abbreviates the word doctor for females as DRA.
I see.
But where would you find such information? Maybe in Wikipedia under worldwide usage of the doctor title abbreviation.
Is that really the Wikipedia page you landed on? Because that's really boring.
Yep. That's where I'm at.
I'm giving this like sunglasses. Don't ask me why. Let's call it a stalling technique. Uh-huh.
Stalling techniques are the best.
Maybe I'll give it like a smile too. Finish the drawing.
Okay. So in Finnish, the word is like for doctor is like lakari. And obviously I don't know how that's pronounced. There's a lot of dots over the A's in that word. So I bet you they do not abbreviate it using the letter D at all.
So everything you said is just not true.
No, in Finland specifically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't say it was in Finland. I was wondering if it was.
You know how
I was
like
hoping, I should say.
you know how like whenever like a third world country is ill,
Right?
they always like drop things on the country to heal
Yeah.
them.
Right. Yeah.
And it's really weird.
They just like drop a big crate.
Yeah,
And they're like,
right?
you're healed now.
Mm-hmm. So maybe
You all know how to use this medicine.
yeah, right? Like it just comes, I guess, with like an instruction manual, and they hope that no one just like takes it and hoards it all.
Yeah, which is of course
Probably
what
what
happens.
happens, right? It's normally,
Yeah.
and again, this is probably just like really just my ignorance, but I assume it was like some warlord just like gets has like a warehouse full of these crates we drop.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know,
I mean that's what I assumed.
yeah.
would
Like
happen.
What level of like sickness in a nation do you have to be like? It would be best if we just dropped crates full of.
Yeah, like
things on
we
them.
don't want to get anywhere near that.
Yeah,
thickness.
right. Like, what's with that? Right? Are they so isolated that they're like, it would be best if we just dropped crates,
Right.
on them. So that's what I'm gonna drop.
Okay.
Yeah,
On the Finnish people?
drawing is just she's dropping crates full of, I guess, medical supplies. I'm not drawing her symbol on these. I have like a moral objection to.
Oh.
Not really. It's not the worst symbol.
I mean, it's a symbol.
It gets the point across. And that's what it's all about. I'm sure people of Finland and other third world countries are very happy to have this just dropped.
I'm gonna look up. Did they even exist at
That's
the time?
an undeployed parachute. You see that? Undeployed parachute.
Oh.
Because it's I don't want to draw a parachute.
Right.
Yeah,
but
clearly
it has one in that corner.
It does. So it's not going to just like shatter into a million pieces.
Right.
It's also not really. It's got to be a perspective thing, right? Like this crate wouldn't fit in that draw wing.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly, it's I'll draw one that's freshly falling out of it, and you'll see how small they are when they're not actually up close. Undeployed parachute. I feel like I need to draw the doctor lady now.
Right.
I feel like we owe that to the viewers at home to see what she looks like when she jumps out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I just looked it up just to see. Finland is considered a third world country.
What? Really?
Not because
What's the qualification? I guess
third world country does not mean like they're poor. Like that's not what it means. It just often associates with that. What it meant was during the Cold War, they were a country that was not needed.
I'm going for ear first style, by the way.
Oh, interesting.
You don't see very often.
That I don't think I've ever seen such a thing. No, but third world country just meant like during the Cold War, they weren't a country we had to consider in the Cold War. And in Finland's case, it's because they were very neutral.
Yeah, Finland is like, that's the other thing I guess people assume Sweden, but Finland's right up there. They're just like super neutral and everything.
Mm-hmm. Sweden's also technically a third world country.
Is it?
Again, just because they were neutral. Like they didn't need to be, like you didn't have to consider them.
Oh gosh, something's going on with her hair.
I think she's on fire.
It's possible, I guess.
I mean, it's not very well drawn fire, but I feel like when we draw fire, that's kind of what it looks
I
like.
think her hair is just like blowing in the wind.
Yeah, it might make sense.
Yeah, we'll go with
Like it's not straight up. She put a lot of
gel
in her hair.
She knew she'd be skydiving today.
And she wanted her hair to stick down ish. So is this
This is her. She's not
Like,
nearly as exciting as you'd think.
She like fall out of the
She was pushing the crate out. I'll draw an undeployed parachute on her too, don't worry.
Okay. I still like just like the way she's just standing there.
She's really calm.
She's not. She didn't jump out of that plane.
I don't really know. She does seem just unnaturally at peace about the whole situation.
She's not like, like when you jump out of a plane, you're normally like belly down.
A lot of mystery to this.
Not
drawing,
just like standing there.
There's certainly a lot of mystery to this.
And like, yeah, sure, her hair's going up a little bit, but like
that foot's got
her
something going
shirt and pants aren't even like wavering.
Lots of gel. Lots of gel and starch. When you're a parachuting, she lost her stethoscope.
Don't forget the line.
No, stethoscope. Just it's falling.
But her
So
stethoscope
is she.
canonically has the line
No,
on it.
Canonically have to. Okay, fine. It canonically has a line. You're the inventor of this, I guess, superhero. There.
Yeah.
Canonically has a line. She's falling, and yeah. It's now for Finland. What's Finland got? It's got like.
I feel like this is just like she heard that Finland was a third world country, and she's like, someone needs to go send them medicine. And everyone's just like, Finland's fine. They are not poor. They're just technically a third world country.
You know what I love most about Finland? Their flag is really easy to draw.
That is a nice thing to have in a country.
Like, I love America. America's the best.
Right.
But our flag is not easy to draw.
Drawing 50 little stars.
Making sure you have the correct number of stripes, too.
Which also, like, 50. Like, it's like... And then you're like, the red and white stripes, and where do you start? Is it red on top? White on top?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're dealing with 3 colors.
Yeah. Everyone in America, think back to the last time you were forced to draw a picture of the American flag. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
No one's doing it on purpose.
And fitting 50 stars in any drawing.
Yeah. Imagine the person who has to, like, sew a flag. I mean, now it's probably just like a Chinese robot, but still.
Right.
And by a Chinese robot, I mean, like, a citizen of China. That's in a factory.
Yeah. They're treated like they're robots.
Yeah. Probably worse.
Given as much food.
I'm sure the robots are treated
They're
better.
probably given the same amount of food.
Yeah, that's true. None. So yeah, there's just like a enormous Finnish flag.
Is our goal to just offend every continent?
No, we haven't offended America.
We offended the flag.
Well, I love the flag. It's hard to draw.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what to make of her expression.
Well, we could offend Canada, and that would still be the continent.
Yeah, Canada, the worst. Canada's got nothing but mooses and maples. Syrup.
Mooses and Mises.
Mooses and Mises. Anyway, we're not talking about Canada. We're talking about Finland. This is Finnish, the drawing. Yeah, and that's Dr. How do you pronounce it? Do you say doctor still? I guess it's just doctor. Doctor?
Well,
Like with an A?
If it was like Portuguese or Spanish, it would be like, what, doctora or whatever? Like, what's...
How do you say doctor in Finnish?
In Finnish? Well, remember, it was like...
You looked it up?
Laka or something.
Doctor. Oh, Lakari. I'm assuming that's not how you actually say it.
Yeah.
Or
there's so many dots over those A's.
Gosh, don't try to pronounce Finnish.
Yeah.
Just deliver supplies to them.
I don't know if I know a single word in Finnish, like how they pronounce anything. I'm guessing it's similar to Russian, although that probably would offend them.
Think about the last Viking you heard.
But they would speak like Norse.
Yeah, it's just like growls and pillage, my brothers.
We've already offended that continent.
Yeah, but we can go back. What do you think Finland's biggest medical need is?
Probably heat stroke from all the saunas, or frostbite from the jumping into the water afterwards.
Isn't that weird? How they're probably the only country on Earth that like the two biggest medical problems are both like dehydration and heat stroke, and like frostbite.
Right.
You like on
like
the same person. On the same person. You come into the you walk into the emergency room and it's like half of them is frozen and half of them is burned.
It's like, oh, he passed out from heat stroke,
like
and has frostbite.
Halfway between the he tripped coming out of the sauna and he fell into the snowbank.
He passed out.
Oh, from
coming out of the sauna from heat stroke.
But I'm just saying, like,
and then got frostbite.
Like half of him was laying in the snow and half of him was in the sauna. Yeah, you know,
right?
Like the norm. And the old man in the sauna did nothing about it.
No, of course
he was asleep.
He was there and then stepped over him. He didn't even notice he was there.
Like a doormat.
Yeah.
Finished frostbitten doormat.
I mean, it's so common there. I'm sure.
I'm sure it's just like the daily occurrence. It's like the number one ER.
So those crates are probably full of that juices that they gave King Kong in his right arm.
Oh yeah,
in the new
King Kong
movie.
movie. Great movie, by the way.
Yeah,
Very realistic.
They just like instantly cured his frostbite with some juice.
I don't. As far as I know, the only cure for frostbite is like
More
cut it off.
frostbite.
I don't know. Cut it off.
Well, haven't you ever played Oregon Trail?
Yeah,
You
Oregon
just rub
Trail.
snow in it.
That's not recommended. The Two Poor Arts medical team is giving us the. I don't know what that symbol is. I think it's like you've offended every doctor in the world symbol. You know, like they're holding up their stethoscopes and showing what they really look like. They've been doing that since we started drawing stethoscopes. But you know, don't take us for medical advice, Benj. Otherwise, beautiful drawing marred by poor handwriting.
Well, I was too far in the corner.
Yeah.
And the pen, as you know, the closer you get to the corner, the worse it gets.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm not as sorry as I am for whatever I've done to poor Doctor. Dr. Drawing.
She's so.
Is that her name, Dr. Drawing? And she flies the drawing.
Or is it just the plane that's called the drawing, and she's just Dr. Draw?
Yeah, we'll go with that. Dr. Draw. Dr. Draw. If you're real and you want to come work for the Two Poor Artists, like we need to start replacing members of the medical team with people who have more drawing pun related names.
Right.
You know, if like you're like a Dr. Art.
Oh yeah, we'll gladly fire someone on our medical team.
Yeah, especially that guy. Give me the stink eye for I don't know, suggesting I fire him because his name is Dr. Phil, not the famous one.
No,
just like.
Yeah, we could
Dr. Phil.
Get him.
Yeah, it was not even cool, Dr. Phil. Anyway, Finland, thank you.
What, for Nokia phones or Sonos?
Just generic.
Or for having a punnable name.
It's a generic thank you. Just picture that the whole nation of Finland got a card in the mail, and they opened it, and it was a thank you card on the front.
Like personalized?
It said thank you, and then you opened it, and there was nothing else.
Oh, okay. It's not like individual personalized.
No. Sending somebody a blank thank you card is one of the greatest things you can do to them because they wonder why. And then
an apology card.
Oh, those are good too.
Yeah. They just like, what? Why?
Maybe next time we'll design cards.
You know? That would be pretty good.
That's like something we could turn into a business.
Let us know in the comments if you think that's a good idea.
See you next time.
Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.